This is a sad day for the United States. These service members serve their country with pride, and they have been the victims of these shootings. We are conducting this as an act of domestic terrorism.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now on the Malzberg panel to discuss the shooting in Chattanooga where 4 Marines were killed and 3 wounded. Welcoming to the first time to the Malzberg panel, Stacy Washington, host of Stacy on the Right show, stacyontheright.com, and Adam Thompson. You know him, senior partner and owner of the law offices of Adam M. Thompson, criminal defense attorney and syndicated talk show host. Hello, panel. All right, Adam, a very, as he alluded to in that cut, a very sad day. Sometimes it seems that our men and women in uniform are safer when they're overseas than they are on their own home base in their own facilities.
Yeah, first of all, let me just say our hearts go out to the families involved. This is as tragic as it gets. These individuals risk their lives on a daily basis.
And Adam, I got to interject. I should point out that the shooter has been identified as Mohammed Youssef Abdulaziz, which obviously leads us in a direction.
Well, I think that your lead-in clip makes it very clear that this is a domestic terrorism incident, and it has to be examined and investigated as such. And it just really should draw attention to everyone in our country, if you haven't got the message already, that we have to be more diligent and vigilant here in this country about what's going on. We have to be aware of things. We have to speak out when we see things that don't seem right, and we have to secure all locations, including, and I believe this base was unprotected. It had 2 entrances or exits, and they were unmanned, which to me makes absolutely no sense, because these are spots that are targets for these kind of attacks, right, and they should always be manned.
Right. Stacy?
Well, I'm an Air Force veteran, and I've never been on a facility when I was on active duty in the Air Force that wasn't properly secured at both gates, with men carrying the military equivalent of the AR-15. So, you know, they have M16s, and they're at the gate, and they're ready to rumble. And I don't understand why we would have Marines not have that same protection. I am glad to hear that the U.S. Attorney is calling this a terror attack, and I'm glad to see a step in that direction, not because of the name of the assailant, although that is a hint, but because of the way the attacks were carried out on 2 targets that have to do with military readiness and our prowess abroad. I'm heartbroken that yet again, because this isn't the first time this has happened, we've left our Marines, our service members, out in the open and exposed, where someone with malintent can come and just mow them down.
Yeah, unmanned gates that do have concrete barriers to require approaching cars to slow down. But if there's nobody there, then what good is the slowing down? They'll just slow down and then go through it. Well, of course, we hope that we get to the bottom of this. And you know, your biggest fear is that he was working in conjunction with somebody, and there are others, and we have yet to find that out. And let's hope and let's pray for the families of the 4 Marines and those who are wounded, that they do recover fully. Let's move on in this panel segment to another issue. There's poll numbers out for Hillary Clinton today from the Associated Press favorability ratings. And Stacy, 39% of Americans say they have a favorable view of Hillary Clinton. 39%.
Well, if you listen to my radio show, you know I've been saying this. I've been saying a couple things. Number one, I hope you have your kettle corn, your popcorn, your caramel corn, all of your items ready and raring to go. Next, I kind of said that she was going to have a really horrible approval rating once people started to hear her and once she got out amongst the good Americans who she's trying to gain their votes. Hillary's an awful campaign candidate. She doesn't interact with people well. She's not a people person. So this is to be expected, and I just can't wait to see more of it, actually.
Adam?
No surprise at all, Steve. You have to be charismatic. You have to have a message. You have to inspire people. I don't believe she does any of those 3 things, so those poll numbers seem accurate to me, and they'll probably keep going in a south direction.
All right, let me ask, did you see the ESPYs last night, Adam?
Yes, I did.
All right, I got to tell you, it made me sick that Lauryn Hill, a 19-year-old college basketball player who died of cancer this year, and who raised so much money for cancer before she died, and did so much with a smiley face as long as she could, who was the epitome of bravery and courage, didn't get the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. Instead, it went to Bruce Jenner.
I'm 100% with you on this, Steve. We discussed this at length previously off the air. This really troubles me. Listen, Bruce Jenner in his transformation is sending a good message. I'm great and happy with that. There's a lot of transgenders out there who are going through misery that don't deserve it, and we should all be accepting in this community in all possible ways. But to give him this award, where it's also foreshadowed by him having a reality TV deal of which information's leaking out saying that him getting this award is linked to that reality TV show, but for him
they deny
getting it,
it's
he wouldn't have done a
it's
Diane
outrageous.
Short interview.
Stacy, let Stacy finish up.
That's a problem.
Go ahead, Stacy.
Yeah, what I have to say is, obviously, as a woman, it's really insulting that he hasn't even completed the transformation, yet he's being given all the credit that many of us women have. We've worked our entire lives to earn, and we don't get on a daily basis. The kind of affirmation and adoration he's getting for simply cross-dressing. That's not courage. That's a fashion choice.
Excellent point. Stacy Washington, Adam Thompson, thank you both. Really do appreciate it. All right, folks, we want your feedback before we go to the next segment. We want to hear from you. Let us know what you think of today's show and what we've been discussing here. Log on to newsmaxtv.com/comments. That's newsmaxtv.com/comments, and have your voice heard. Don't go away.